For those of you new to Tesla, you may not know that the car comes with the emissions testing mode, aka fart mode. Some of my favorites, the Short Shorts Ripper, uh, the Falcon Heavy, and the Ludicrous Fart. Oh man. The newest one though is the verified fart. Oh boy, now that's because Elon, I guess, now owns Twitter. So we got that. But one of the things that I did not know and I do not want is there's a new fart mode on my Model 3 LFP. Let me explain. Yeah, so there's a new fart mode in my car in the Model 3, the LFP. Listen to this. When I push back in the seat, or if I'm just sitting here in the parking lot at Mount Kisco, and if I push back in the seat or if I accelerate, listen to this. I mean, the car has a manual fart mode now, and that's unacceptable. Welcome to another episode of Out of Spec Dave, where today I'm in Mount Kisco, New York, having my Model 3 rear-wheel drive up for service. There's a few things that are wrong with the car. I have a little issue with my seat, which I generally like when you hear things that are strange, but in this case, I definitely am not happy about this. Second thing is, when I took delivery of this car, just about 4 months ago, I got 5,000 miles on the car right now. The trunk was misaligned, and listen, these things happen, whatever. So I had them asking them to adjust the trunk today. I'm just waiting for the car to get fixed. And then the third thing is, at speed, when I'm going down the road, I hear like a clicking noise inside the door, and it's definitely some reason. Maybe the wind is causing this to happen and make a clicking noise in the car. But other than that, the car's been really flawless, and I'm super happy with it. But here I am on a Sunday. You gotta love the fact that Tesla services their cars and delivers them on Sundays. Who else services cars on Sundays? And so let's go over the list of things again, and I'll take you through what's actually going to be happening. I'm just waiting to hear the results, but they're super nice inside. I love the folks here at Tesla in Mount Kisco, and thank you very much for taking care of me today here with the service in my car. So let's get into it. So here we are at Tesla Mount Kisco, and I just overheard that they've got a really not a very busy day today. They're only delivering about 50 cars or so, which is pretty incredible. I mean, think about this. Not only are they delivering cars like crazy, what other car dealerships are delivering 50 cars on a Sunday? And for them, it's light. And here they're also, look, service is open. I love the fact that service is open on Sundays. So yeah, so I drove up here from Darien, and actually they just finished servicing my car. I waited for it, had a cup of coffee, all was good. And here's the Model 3. So just a quick summary as to what they did. The technician adjusted my trunk. It is much better as far as the alignment now. I'll insert here a picture of what it was on delivery, but this spot right here is definitely raised up. I think, again, that's probably just the rear trunk that needs to be aligned. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit of an alignment for the rear trunk. I mean, this line now is very clean, and this left-hand side was really not good, and that's completely acceptable to me. And then over here on this side, again, a little bit off maybe on this side, but you know what? That's fine for me. I don't have any issue with that. Really appreciate them taking the time out to align this trunk. It was a simple thing. I think that, I will say that on my Lucid, which definitely has a little bit, like on my Lucid, I have a small gap up here, big gap down here, and a small gap up there. And Lucid said that and they've got great service, but what they said was they would have to send that out to a body shop, at least the guys down in Riviera Beach. So not the case here at Tesla. They just fixed it. I've been here less than an hour, so yeah, I mean, really, really psyched about that. The second issue that I had was was actually a wind, not a wind noise, but I have a noise that's like a clicking noise at speed that is coming from inside the door here somewhere. And it, you know, one of those things that happens when you bring your car into Tesla or you bring any car into any service center, they couldn't replicate it. And as I was driving here today, I couldn't replicate it myself. So maybe it's fixed itself, but underneath here, let me pop the hood. I'll show you what I was thinking it might be. You'll notice this piece right up here that, let's see if I can show you. It's not, there's no clip right there. And I thought maybe in the wind, if you hear that noise, that's kind of the exact noise that I'm hearing within the car. So the other day I took a napkin and I stuck it right in there so it wouldn't do that. And I shut the hood and the noise didn't go away. And one of the things the technician here at Tesla did was he actually took the car on a test drive and drove it, you know, at speed, and he couldn't replicate it. And he also went to the extra trouble of looking at a bunch of other Model 3s, and there is no clip there. So this is as by design, and I don't believe the air would actually make that happen. So my theory as to what the noise is not accurate. So I don't know, more to follow. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. My driver's seat is making a strange noise, and it's every time I lean back in the seat or accelerate and then decelerate, I got like manual fart mode going. And anyway, I was like hopeful that they would be able to recreate that, and they were. And as a matter of fact, they were like, no big, you know, no brainer. We're going to replace the seat. So they've ordered a new seat. And I've got an appointment for, I think, June 25th to come in. They're going to replace the whole seat, which I'm super happy about because, you know, sometimes you hear things with Tesla where they're saying, oh, that's within tolerance and sorry, you're going to have to live with it. But in this case, they were like, oh man, yeah, we hear it. That's not good. So, you know, a very, very interesting situation here. So the three things that I had come up here today to Tesla Mount Kisco to have fixed. I've got a plan for it, and yeah, we're gonna hopefully have all these things fixed real soon. So I'm super happy about that. One other thing that I wanted to touch base on was hardware 4. Now, a lot of cars are being delivered here today, and the question is, how do you know if you're getting a car with hardware 4 or not? Here's a Model 3 right over here. If you take a look at the B-pillar and you look at the camera lens that's in there, you'll see that it's kind of like a black little, right up in there, that's a black lens. And here what we have over here is a beautiful Model Y Performance with white seats, 21-inch wheels. And when you look at the camera here, you can see that it's got a, well, let me just see if I can get the, you can see there's a red tinge to this little camera right there. And that is a hardware 4 equipped car. Now, one of the things about the Model Ys with hardware 4 is that they do not have the high definition radar built into them yet, unlike the Model X's and the Model S's. So it's interesting, but they do have, I believe it's 12 cameras. And you know, this car looks super sharp with the rear spoiler and the 21-inch wheels. And you know, real excited about that. But the hardware 4 is not, it's not that big of a deal unless you are really planning on using FSD. I think the computer they're replacing in that car and also the cameras are having a much cleaner, if you will, picture. The actual resolution in the cameras is a lot finer with the Model with the hardware 4. So, you know, in my case, when you think about using Sentry mode, or if you're looking at it to use dash cam, you're going to have a lot better resolution, and you really don't necessarily need to have a separate third-party dash cam installed in the car. And so I think that the move to hardware 4 is something that we will look for to make sure that when we take delivery of Kathy's Model Y, that will actually have the hardware 4 built into it as well. So stay tuned for that. All right, so there you have it. Tesla service appointment complete. I'm real happy. I've got the new seat on order. I'm going to try to recreate the clicking noise in the door, but you know, super happy again that Tesla's got this Sunday service. My Model 3 over there, we're going to head home, probably go out for a run. Who knows what I'm going to do today. It's Sunday. I got the rest of my day. I thought it was going to take a long time today, but we're super quick here and very happy. So anyway, thanks for watching another episode of Out of Spec Dave, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye.